the focus, Ryan, for me, my priority in fighting is not a sweep, not a pass, is not a submission. Those are the goals. The priority for me in fighting is to make my opponent to feel uncomfortable or limited. That he feels like, it doesn't matter if they in an attack position. If they attack me on the side control, I try to make him uncomfortable to progress to do anything against me. And if I'm above the side control, I try to make him uncomfortable that he cannot do nothing to start against the escape. And that's how it is by understanding edges. Edges for me, which the concept that I call the head of the snake concept. Wherever the extreme goes, it doesn't matter. My hand, right, is the head of the snake of my arm. Whatever my hand, the head of the snake goes, my arm goes. An example, if I hold the wrist, right, if the head can move, I can go here and I can take it out. But if I hold the head, it's like I cannot start. And those key points of understanding of mobility, it made everything that I already knew became much more effective. The head, right? If the head is down, I cannot up, my body cannot go up. The same thing for my foot in comparison to my leg. And there on and on and on. If my hands are bent, so if this is moving, so if I control the elbow, if you clench the elbow, I cannot open. If I spread, I cannot close. This kind of understanding of manipulation, body manipulation, is very important to become good in Jiu-Jitsu. And a lot of people does that natural. A lot of people tend to learn that at some point. But I took long to learn that. But now I got to the point that, man, it makes so much sense. I see like a blueprint. I feel like I'm on a matrix of Jiu-Jitsu. I'm such in a happy way of understanding what Jiu-Jitsu is about, that when I train, it doesn't matter what the level. I don't chase a game plan. When I fit in around the guy in a way that he cannot start whatever he want to start. It's quite interesting, weird, but all I did was sharing and asking yourself why everything works is the most important thing to do. The reason that me and Roger, we came as brown belt to UK and then we train here only with our students, and once a week or maybe once every 2 weeks we train with each other for a couple of hours, which it does is nothing in comparison to if you were training in real everyone together. But why did we got so far on the game living abroad when back in the day a blue belt, not even comparison with a blue belt back in Brazil back in 2002, right? So why did we improve so much? Because we are constantly sharing, teaching, sharing. And every time you teach, if you have the commitment to do a good job, if you're not doing teaching just to show and get your money and bye-bye, if you show to make sure that the person, whoever is learning, have an amazing experience and you really want to make a positive impact on their game, that's going to make a huge progress on their journey in Jiu-Jitsu. If you have that commitment and that focus and goal, you will show as much with passion you can, and you're going to show everything that you know. And the more you tell them, you see reactions, different reactions, but with the same kind of intention. So you learn from them too, And I had a very good opportunity to travel around the world teaching very often. Probably I was at some point the busiest guy on tour, teaching from California to Australia, man. Like it's non-stop. But this gave me a very big opportunity to learn Jiu-Jitsu more because I could teach people with different kind of approach in Jiu-Jitsu. And then I learned my goal was not only to be a good fighter, but I would like to be a good fighter that also knows how to teach. Because everyone used to say, if you're a good fighter, you cannot teach it. And then if you're a good teacher, you cannot be a good fighter, something like that. Back in the day, I said, no, I will prove them wrong. Because I think if you search, you will find. And I searched that. I wanted to become a scientist of the art. And then I wanted to find out a way that I could teach in one way, in the same room, in the same time. I would like to teach in a way that everyone in the room, it doesn't matter what level they're at, they will get something that I want to teach in their own level. I believe everyone pops in a different times. People have different understanding in Jiu-Jitsu, right? And then when you teach in the concept way, that people in the room, they will get the overall, and the people who is a very black belt level will get some little tweaks. That's how I learn teaching, by sharing. And learn Jiu-Jitsu, because the more you share, the more you tell yourself constantly the reason why, and then it just keep clicking. You know, when you're training and like you have those questions, oh man, I didn't see this before. Why didn't? But this happens with me every week, right? And I do jiu-jitsu for 25 years. You know, if I used to fight against myself 10 years ago, I would smash me.